Hey everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. Today I want to show you a little trick about what I use when I am scraplifting someone else's work. So say for pretend you're going through the idea book and you see this really cute layout that you want to copy for yourself. So you get out your ruler and you look at it and, oh, this is 3 inches big. So every layout or every piece on here that I want, I have to figure out how much it is and times it by 4. Well, that doesn't sound like any fun at all to me. So what I do is I take a handy dandy sticky note and I cut it to whatever size my layout is. And this never happens, but this exact sticky note happens to be exactly 3 inches tall, which would make sense because their little 3-inch sticky notes are 3 inches. It is odd that this one is exactly 3 inches. So my sticky note is already cut down for me, but I would normally, if say for pretend it was, too big, I would cut it so it's the size of the top and bottom of my layout. So right now, you can see that it is. So now I have an equivalent of a 12-inch piece of paper. So first I'm going to cut it in, or I'm going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. So what that gives me is the start of a 3, 6, 9, 12-inch ruler. And then I'm going to take my smaller sides and I'm going to call that 1 and 2 inches. And then 10 and 11 inches. And obviously this is not exact. This isn't a real ruler. This is something just to get you started. So what do I do with this ruler? So the first thing I would do is I would take it to my project and I would say, okay, on this layout, I need to figure out how big this black piece is behind it so that I can cut that. So that black piece looks like it's about 10 3/4 inches. And it also looks like the white piece is about 10 1/2, so that makes sense. And then the other thing you'll want to figure out is these stripes. So this stripe looks about 1 1/4 inches, which makes sense because it's not really 3 times the size of the zip strip. Zip strips are 1/2 inch. So it makes sense that this is probably 1 1/4 inches, but you could also swing it to 1.5 inches if you preferred that or wanted to see more of that paper on your project. The rest of this is a little bit tricky in that it's got stuff going on all over it, but you can probably say that this is a 3x4 picture, which means that that's probably a 4x6 picture. But these papers behind it are a little odd. This is probably a 5.5 by something. You can't really tell where it ends. But this one is 3 inches wide and it's 6 inches tall. So these might be 3x6 inch pieces. Anyway, this one's a little weird. So I'll show you on another layout what you could also do. So this is one of our layouts, some of our layouts from the brushed special that I happen to have printed on a paper. And for heaven's sakes, this one is also almost exactly 3 inches. This never happens. Most of the time you'll need to cut down your sticky note so that it is the current 12-inch size. But anyway, so you'll want to start on your paper. So these are pretty easy. These look like 3x4 papers. And this looks like about 1.5 inches off the deck. So that means this one is probably 1 inch. Your paper says that, but if you've got 2 4-inch pieces, and these are 3 inches plus 1, you've made up your 12-inch space. So you got your base figured out on those. Now you need to know the white size. So we'll need to add some more thirds in here. But this looks to be an 8-inch piece of white and about a 7-inch, maybe 7 1/4, depending on what you want, piece of white. And then this one looks the same, 8 by 7 or 7 1/4. And you can also figure it out by figuring the sizes of the things in here. So this is a 3 by 3, and this one is going to be a 4 by 3. And then you add the 1/4 inch, and you can make sure that your border is the same. But anyway, I have found this to be an extremely helpful tool when I'm borrowing something that I've printed from offline or found somewhere else. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you have a very crafty day. Thanks for watching.